Mr. Lennian, aka my dude over there, Mr. Clarity. You know I want to call you Mr. Cuddles, bro, because you're pretty cuddly, man, especially with that pink on. But that's not the only thing I heard that you got on. Yo, flex for people.
You know.
What about your pink though? I want you to flex your pink. What else you got?
Oh man, you know.
Yeah, the pink shorts. Woo! Yo, he's Miami famous right now, bro. But you're not in Miami. Where you at?
Well, I was thinking about going actually. This was inspired this outfit, you know.
That's what's
Never went, but I'm still gonna wear it, you know.
Yo, Miami and Heart, right? Miami and Heart.
Miami art, man.
All right. So for those who don't know this individual right here, this is my good friend Melvin, aka Mr. Clarity. Tell people about yourself. Tell people about yourself. Who are you?
So man, I'm a gamer at heart, man. Like when I say gamer, let me be more specific. I'm a RPG gamer. I breathe RPG games, especially open world RPG games such as Red Dead Online, mainly Red Dead Online. More Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, Elden Ring, you name it, man. I play it. It's open world RPG.
Okay, all right. So, what got you into gaming?
About 15 years ago, man, I met you. And yeah, yeah, I bet you, man. And I was young, man, and I really was interested, man, and really interested in gaming, man. After watching you game and for a little bit or whatever, I really wanted to do it, and it was Star Wars Galaxies. That was one of like my favorite RPG games ever made, man. Was Star Wars Galaxies, man, and Morrowind. Morrowind actually had me trying to build a computer off an E-machine to make it a gaming computer to play. Yeah, man.
E-machine. How did that work out?
It turned on. It kind of played for a little bit. It didn't work out that good, but we tried though, man. With the RAMs and video cards and the hard drive that we had to work.
And do you know much about computers back then?
Huh?
Do you know much about computers back then?
No, I didn't, man. I didn't actually. That's how I learned because I wanted to play that game so much. I wanted to know what I had to do to get this E-machine to give me a little bit of Morrowind gameplay. You know what I mean? So I could take it to the house and play it when I wasn't at your house.
All right. So, your first game you was introduced to was Star Wars?
It was Morrowind, first RPG game. The other games was cool, you know what I mean, like the Mario Kart and all that. But I was like, all right, you know what I mean. But once I played Morrowind, I was like, oh my gosh, this is nice. This is around the time the first what was that? I forgot what game that was. It was an open world art Fable. It was around the time the first Fable came out. Yeah,
Okay.
as I recall, yeah, the first Fable. It was around the time Star Wars Galaxy really was a hit. I do not know what happened to that game, man. That right there did it though with Star Wars Galaxies and Neverwinter Nights. I love that too, Neverwinter Nights.
So what attracted
Never really
you?
got into Diablo. It really didn't do it for me, but Neverwinter Nights, man, that was it for me.
So
Also,
what attracted you? What was it that like appealed to you about those games?
it's starting from nothing, man. Starting from nothing and becoming something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, customizing the character based to your mentality or based on, you know what I mean, how you are as a person, really. You know what I'm saying? You're basically just putting out yourself inside this character. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? That's what did it for me, man.
Got
Every
it.
single one of my characters had a piece of my personality.
All right.
Neverwinter Night, Morrowind, uh, Star Wars Galaxies. All it was the piece of me, man. That's what really attracted me to it.
All right. So describe your character in one of these games.
You want to be funny?
Let's go. Let's go.
I always was. I always played the bad guy, man. Like, and most of, no, all of it. Besides Star Wars Galaxies, I really was kind of no, I was too. I'm more of like Imperial type of bounty hunter. Like, if I had been a Jedi, I had a red lightsaber. If I ever made it that far.
I don't think I've ever seen a Jedi with a red lightsaber, but we'll leave that alone.
But you know what I mean. I would have been a Sith
Right.
with a red light. Yeah.
So when you talk about your characters and then you talk about your personality and then you talk about your character's personality, kind of leaning towards a bad guy, but I don't know.
I mean, everybody has a little, you know what I mean, has a little bad in them, man. everybody's a little naughty, man. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, so I express those bits and pieces of naughtiness I had in me in my characters.
All
That's
right,
it.
nothing wrong with that. As long as you keep it within the character, we're good, right?
There we go. There we go. I
So,
mean,
what game are you playing now?
at this moment, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ragnarok, and I play Red Dead um, a lot. I mainly play Red Dead, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm in between those two right there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm starting to get on Fortnite. I play Vanguard, which is an RPG, but I just like sometimes taking my frustrations out on people from the role playing game. Go ahead and just shoot them up real quick and then come back to the role playing.
To like Call of
Like,
Duty, like just pat shoot
all right, I feel better about myself. Let me try to beat this boss now.
All right. So what's attracting you and what's appealing to you about Red Dead Redemption and Valhalla? Those are two different type of gameplays.
Red Dead Redemption, it's the open world, man. It's the building your characters. It's the customization of your character. Like I said, what attracts me to role playing. Period. Red Dead is that. For me, at least, you can customize your character to the T, from your weapons to what you got on. Um, it's the going through when you start off with nothing to all of a sudden your guns are golden. All of a sudden, you're one of the best. I mean, I love PvP also. That's what part I love about the open world. You know what I mean? Like open world role play. You can PvP. And also, I left out. I leave out Elden Ring. I leave out Elden Ring.
Yeah, you did.
Well, Elden Ring, man. Like I love Elden Ring, man. Also, like my character's like 250 with Elden Ring.
Okay.
Obviously, I love it. Obviously, I love Elden Ring, man. Like the same thing, the same qualities. Open world, customize your character, the PvP, beating bosses that you couldn't beat before, come back and then you whoop them. You know what I mean? You kick his butt. You know what I mean? Like when I got to a high level in Elden Ring, I came back and whooped everybody else kicking my butt, man. Like it's like going back when you grow up and beat up your bullies. You know what I mean?
I don't know anything about that, but I'm pretty sure that feels good.
I mean, I don't either, but I would like to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mentally, I do it mentally.
Okay, all right. So Red Dead Redemption, you like the progression. You like to be able to flex your gold guns once you achieve and get them. Like, what else is appealing about Red Dead?
It's not really. I guess it is a flex.
It's a flex, 100%.
It's more of an inspiration. You know what I mean? It's more of an inspiration to people that's come into the game or whatever. This is my second Red Dead character. I had on PlayStation 5, who I built all the way up. So this is my second Red Dead character. It was kind of hard for me to convert, to be honest with you, just because of Red Dead. My character was so high. I was like,
All right. So when you say convert, what do you mean by convert?
Let me switch over.
All right, but like, what came from where? Because I'm not even sure where you came from and where you're at.
PlayStation.
Okay.
And I had a PS5,
Uh-huh.
and then I switched over to the Series X, which I'm glad. It's a much better, if you ask me. Not to down nobody who loves PlayStation. It's just a better environment. It's less toxic, if you ask me. The Xbox community, they're more helpful. I mean, there's no just trying to bug somebody's account or DDoS it or do anything like that. What I've seen so far.
Okay.
Actually, I watched a video. This person, his name was PvP Cat. He actually did a survey to walk around how many people would try to grief him. And griefing means, for those who don't know, don't play Red Dead, means to just pick on low-level characters or just trying to DDoS people or be toxic. He found out on the Xbox community, man, 98% of the people is not on that. But he would have found something different if he went to PlayStation. He would have found something different. Gotcha. I'm just saying, in the Red Dead community, and most people that play the PlayStation, in my experience,
gotcha.
This is my personal experience.
Okay, good deal.
All right, so I said that it's a better environment. So if you're looking for a better environment, I would recommend Microsoft in there, all the way.
Copy that. All right, that's good to hear. That's interesting. Pretty fascinating. All right, so your least favorite genre. We know your best right now, which is RPG, especially MMORPG, something open, something where you can interact with other players. What's your least?
My least favorite?
Yeah.
I'll say it'll probably be like sports.
Sports?
Like 2K and Madden and stuff like that.
Okay.
I just don't do it. It's just too repetitive for me, and I just don't do it. I'm sorry.
No, I can respect that because actually sports is my least favorite as well. I used to be a
Yeah.
big fan of like NBA Streets and stuff to that nature, but now it's just like, it's repetitive to a
It's,
degree.
it's exactly that's why they're repetitive because it's the same. There's nothing new. It's the same content. It's really the same content. And that's nothing against people who like sports and stuff like that. I understand. I mean, some people are die hard sports fans. Once I didn't make it, I started watching sports. I'm out there, so
Yeah, I
I'm
see
not
that.
playing. I'm not the one shooting. You know what I mean? So I'm not that interested in sports. Anyway, so
Yeah, and I actually was really really huge into real time strategy RPGs to a degree. Just real time strategy games. You click and point and have and make an army and send them to go fight. But I kind of feel like I grew out of that. I wouldn't say grow out of it because that takes a lot to get into. Like, cause it's more
it's
strategic.
it's it's hard to get into.
Yeah, it's hard to get
For
into it.
me,
I
Diablo is Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is like that. Like my sisters love Final Fantasy, and it was like you kind of click it, and then they run up and boom, and they back up. Then
yeah.
it comes attack, and it's tit for tat.
Yeah, that's a little different because that one is it's a turn based, and most of those games, like specifically Final Fantasy, it was like Japanese RPG. You develop a character, you get them strong, but it was turn based. When I say about real
Yeah,
time strategy, it's the ones that you kind of like make a base, create the little army, you set them to go get things, and the fight is more real time. Like you have an army here and an army there, and they kind of fight each other, and they start eradicating, and then whoever's stronger or better or more strategically well equipped, you start eradicating them, and then you start advancing your little army or units to destroy their base. And if you destroy their home base, you win the game, which is kind of fun. But I can't get into those games right now. But I never liked
I
it.
actually looked up. Remember with me, we had a conversation about a platform.
Mhm.
It was like, what the heck? So that's actually what you're talking about is a platform game.
Well, no, a platform game is a game
But
that's
that's
like
what my
this.
neighbor called a platform.
No, he's mistaken. So a platformer, especially a 2D platformer, it's like Mario. Like do 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 do, and you walk across a plane on a 2D platform.
Yeah,
That's usually
yeah,
what a
yeah.
platform is. That is
It's a game we're talking about. Isn't like 2D usually?
well, it's more like burst perspective. So it's kind of like in a Diablo view,
Yeah. I
but
hate that.
yeah, the top down view. That's a top down. A
Yeah,
top
so yeah.
down. You will see some real time strategy. You got a unit, you make a base, and you send them. But it's usually top down. Now, platformer is your traditional Super Mario game from like Nintendo, where like do do do, and then he literally walks across from this point like do, and he jumps and things will come up. And now, of course, platformers have evolved into something magical and amazing. You can find something, you can find a platformer right now, multiple platformers that play exactly like Dark Souls or something. Like one of my favorite platformers actually is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh my! I have played that game and finished it to 200% because you finish the game and you fight Dracula, then the castle flips upside down and now it starts
Oh, it's a
over.
vampire game.
Yeah, 100% the best
I'm about to check it out.
Castlevania game ever made. And I have played it like
Oh,
20 times over, bro. And you play as Alucard, Dracula spelled backwards, but this is Dracula's son, and now he's out there doing his thing. But it's pretty legit, broski. So that's a platformer, and I highly recommend it. But I get it. It's some games are not for other people, and one of the games that I'm having a hard time with is real time strategy games. I can't get back into it for whatever reason, and I never. A long time ago, I'm talking about a long time ago. I used to play this game called what's the name of that crazy game? Wild Arms, I think is what it's called. A Japanese RPG, but it was time based, and it was amazing. But I can't get back into time based, turn based games either. So it's kind of crazy.
yeah.
But you
That's
should try.
crazy.
You should try Castlevania. You should try Castlevania
This one,
Symphony of
no.
the
I
Night.
like. Oh, speaking of vampire games, what about Masquerades 2? What do you
Oh,
think about that, sir?
okay, the Masquerade game. This is a long time coming. I played the original Masquerade, like Vampire Masquerade, and that game was magical, bro. I never played a game like that in my life. And now they're finally gonna
Yeah.
come with another Masquerade, and they're doing spin-off, which is the one that's coming out now. I think next month is Swan Song. Oh my god, that looks freaking amazing, and it's a must-have. So you're ready for that game, huh?
I'm ready. Like I love vampires though, man. I love vampire game. I love vampire movies. Like I was telling you not too long ago, man, about Vampire Diaries and stuff.
Oh
Vampire
yeah,
Diaries.
oh yeah. I got people that love Vampire Diary, and oh man, I think I know somebody that have watched that like 3 times, like the entire from like beginning to end, read the books, and maybe even seen like the spin-offs. But this person is ridiculously like stuck on that thing. I'm a traditional vampire. I never got into Vampire Diaries, but there's another game that's coming out. It's called V Rising. It's in that Diablo realm where you kind of get the top down, bro. But you're a vampire exploring this world, trying to finding your ways to feed. Oh my!
I seen something about that. Yeah, I seen something about that. I like the masquerades. I like that because it basically it looks like a mystery. It's a mystery. Like you're having to discover like a mystery. It's a mystery. You know what I mean? Like you're having to discover. You're having to go find out who's doing this and who's doing that. Who's trying to go against whoever. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
No, yeah, for
and
sure.
Then the powers, like somebody has the power to disappear in stealth, and the other person has the. You know what I mean? Like it's like you said, like original vampirism.
That's gonna be a dope game for sure. Vampire, yo, I don't know, man. Vampires, there was this point in time where zombies were a thing, right? But now vampires are kind of making a comeback, man. There's more games with vampires in it, and I might just develop a vampire game at one point too. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I never liked zombies, man.
What? Okay, we're done.
I never liked werewolves. Like, listen, Twilight. I was definitely Edward, man. Like, cause I like vampires, bro. Like, I've always liked vampires. Zombies just look like they move all that. Except for that one movie when he kind of has like a half a brain, get like a half a head.
Oh no, but you're not supposed to root for them.
Fell in love and they get into stuff. Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah. But when it comes to like the zombie genres, you're not supposed to root for the zombies. You're supposed to be like the zombie survivor. The person, the thing you're supposed to get into is like surviving an apocalypse of zombies. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Until it comes too repetitive.
You think? Well, how about this? How about I introduce you to a game that if your character
came out yesterday?
No. This game came out like 10 years ago. But we should probably play this game. But if your character dies, it's dead forever.
I know. We played it before. Daylight. It was Daylight.
No, not Daylight. No, it's State of Decay.
No, I mean you played it because you can drive go karts in this thing. Like you can drive go karts and you can.
Yeah.
And my character died. I was like, what happened to my character? He's like, he's dead forever. Like.
No,
you build you get a house. You gotta get medicine for me before they die.
Yeah. No, that's not. It's not Daylight. You confused the two games, but it's State of Decay. But that's the one that if you die.
State of Decay.
Now,
that's right.
Now that's the game that you gotta like root for your character, and we could play it on the hardest difficulty. There's a huge community out there that will kind of like, yeah, it's real, bro. That game right there is one of my favorite.
You started. No, that's RPG to the fullest, man. Like that's RPG to its best, man. Like I like that too. Like I was like, how many people is going crazy though when their character dies and they put so much into their character? Like
that's part of it. That's it. So you don't root for the zombie. You root for yourself and your survival.
No, I know. Yeah. Okay. But
can you imagine?
I was talking about like villains, like what's the best villains? I was like vampires, like the best villains.
Nah. I like, you know what's funny is that when I play a vampire game or anything to that nature, like I don't portray or see myself as a vampire. I mean that would be cool. Who wouldn't want to be one? But I'm more interested in kind of like being in a world, a secret society where vampires exist, and you've seen people disappear, and you're this detective trying to figure out what's going on. And when you kind of look deeper into the belly of the beast, this is what you come across. So it's not you being a vampire; it's you being originally a regular Joe with a 9-to-5 job, just trying to find out what's going on. Then things get a little bit more personal for you, and you go down this rabbit hole. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, it sounds like you're gonna love the Masquerade that's coming up, because it's kind of like that. Like people are they're trying to catch people that's feeding them open, from what I gathered,
right?
And leaving the people there, and whoever's trying to expose their secret order, type of deal. A little bit different or whatever, but
yeah, I'm interested. I'm gonna definitely check it out and see what it's like.
I'm a binge play it. I'm letting you know I'm binge playing it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I expect nothing less from you. As a
Yeah,
matter,
I've been play stuff.
yeah,
Like,
no, you turn into a complete. Yes, no, I know.
addict, man. Straight addict.
Oh man, you like feed me more.
Yeah, I know, man.
Turn into an addict when you
It's
play
sad,
games.
but actually, man, I'll do that forever, man. I'll do it until I find the next. I mean, don't get me wrong, I play multiple games, but I have that one game which I'm totally, you know what I mean?
Focus
I'm
and
trying to
better
master
too.
it. Yeah, I'm trying to get what I want out the game.
Yeah, and then this
Give me
game
what I
does
want.
have that replayability. So once you beat the game, you could go about it completely different. Like when you approach it again, it's gonna be completely different from what you originally started. You know, so yeah, it lends itself for that for sure. Good deal,
Yeah.
good deal. Well, sir, as you already know, it's been a pleasure. Do you want to leave any note? Put a plug in. Where could they find you at?
Oh, you can find me on my YouTube, man. It's Mr. Clarity. Go to Mr. Clarity, man. Capital MR, man. .clarity. You'll find me there, man. It's a person. You got an owl right there as a head. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. So what do we have? What else can we find you at? Do you have any TikTok, any
My Twitter,
social media? Do you
my
do any
Twitter.
dances?
Sorry. Yeah, Mr. Clarity, my Twitter. I don't have a TikTok at the moment, but I plan on making one. You know.
Okay, you're
I
gonna
mean,
get
but,
in you're gonna get in the trend of dances.
Yeah, man, I'm be. Hey, man, I'm the darkest dude you know with no rhythm, man. I don't even dance.
Yeah, we're gonna let the community throw you some challenges and watch you on TikTok. See how you do.
Hey, if y'all want to laugh, man, if I can help somebody laugh, man, I'll let them laugh.
Let's do it.
I laugh.
All right,
I
man.
got no rhythm.
Well, good deal. Well, you already know. You can find us here next week. You can find us over there whenever you want. You can rewatch this whenever you guys feel the need to. All right. Peace.
Around, man. Peace.